Hello, this is Blacktide, and I have a game of Axis and Allies Generals Division against Drewise here, another top player. So his Russia won. He got absolutely average. You know, he lost 3 in Ukraine. He has 2 tanks left. He has 2 tanks left over in Ukraine. Lost 3 in West Russia. This is, perfectly average game. However, I noticed that he only bought 1 tank this game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to stack Karelia turn 1. Because with only 1 tank, he doesn't have enough pressure to take that territory IPC positive. Since it's average results from Russia, I'm not going to take any risks. Going to do all the standard plays here, along with a bomber purchase, which I personally like the bomber because it helps zone out the Allies' navy and makes them have to defend their transports a little bit more. And I'm purposely not using this last plane here because I don't want to give him enough AA shots. I ran the calculator and the result is more positive for me using 2 planes than 3. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Good. Perfect. No loss. Okay, this is the important battle. This is to see if I lose any fighters, because when you do, it really sucks. Good. Ooh, 2 hits. Okay. That's a good result, too. You don't lose any planes, you're generally happy. Ooh, that's not... Ah, he missed. All is forgiven. Wow, my rolls are atrocious. Well, his are even more atrocious. Okay. Good result. Okay, now since I have subs surviving, I'm going to change my defense profile to submarine submerge. Let's go back to the main menu to restart that. Okay. Now, since he was generous enough to give me good odds on stacking Karelia turn 1, it would be rude of me not to take it. Put the tanks in position. Oh, that went to the wrong place. Let's make sure I should have 7 planes. Yes, that looks correct. Let's put 2 infantry there. Should I put 3 there is the question. Let's put all the fighters where they belong. Knows how. I don't want to give him enough to stack Ukraine. This should be sufficient. 3 planes, and I'll have how many tanks here? 4 tanks. I'll have a lot of planes. I should be able to smash that if he decides to stack it with what I have. Okay. Alright, well that's... AA. Want to move that up. Okay, that's Germany 1. We'll put the bomber there so it can be in range of any stray transports there, and we'll pass it over to him. Welcome back to the General League's game against Drewise. So he did an interesting purchase. He purchased fighters and opted not to land a navy, most likely because I had a lot of air and navy left over. So let's see. And he also opted not to go for the German battleship, which means there's a pretty good chance of strong India 3 pressure. So we went the standard India pressure here, 3 transports, 1 tank, 1 infantry, and let's move on to the attacks. I usually don't like hitting Pearl Harbor. I don't think it's that worthwhile. Since he doesn't have a fighter for that aircraft carrier, I am going to hit it. Battleship there. When I go for these fighter attacks, I don't try to defend against C-Zone 47 to prevent the stacking of the US Navy there. It just usually doesn't, we don't have enough to defend against it, so I don't bother. I don't really need this to hit that, since I already have enough. Maybe I should have it hit Burma. Yep. Probably not the worst decision in the world. Maybe I can reroute that to hit Onway, and I'll take this bomber to hit there. Okay, I think that'll about do it. Oh, didn't even need the peanut gallery. Well, I got good rolls, but he's also getting good hitbacks too. This is probably the most important one. If he hits back, it really hurts. Okay, excellent, excellent. Glad I sent 2 fighters. Hey, you know what? Pretty strong round for Japan all around. I cannot complain. Started off a little weak, but we ended in a good place. Okay, this has to land there. Since I didn't go for Pearl Harbor, I'm going to pull back a little bit to defend. Oh. Yeah, it's a little downside is I think, since the way I mapped this, he's going to have decent odds against Kwangtung. What are the... Yeah, I think I'll just have to gift that to him. I think I'll have to gift this to Russia because of the way I split my fighters. think there are worse things to do, though. I think it's probably worth it to get better odds on those other areas in order to, at the cost of Kwangtung. Okay, I think that's about it for non-combat. Let me check my defense profile. Carrier last. Do I need carrier last? It's better to be safe. I don't think he'd take any of these attacks because they don't really make sense. I don't think it'll matter, but just in case for some reason he hits with both of these and gets 2 hits, I'd rather not lose all my fighters. All right, that's it for now. Welcome back to Germany 2. Let's take a look at what Drewise did in the meantime. He bought an aircraft carrier, 3 transports. He didn't do any combat. It's kind of interesting that he moved his destroyer here. Makes me think he's going to move his UK transports down there. Russia, he did 4 infantry, 4 artillery, a typical turn 2 build. Lightly traded some territories. Now, I noticed Drewise is going very light on navy defense, so I decided to purchase an extra bomber to try and punish him for his lack of navy. I also noticed that it's a little lightly defended here in Transjordan, so I'm going to try to hit this in order to make, 1, to open up Africa, and 2, to make the India attack even more scary than what it currently is. I was considering if I should hit these boats, but I think at this point in the game, it's a little bit more important for me to just trade effectively. That looks about all I want to do. Unlikely. Well, it's even attack power, plus I get a battleship shot, so let's see how that goes. Excellent. Okay. 4 hitbacks by him. Nice. Wow, very clean. Expected to lose maybe another 1 or 2 units. But I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. Let's see how these battles turn out. Okay, good. Got it. I was tempted maybe I should have sent a 3rd infantry here. Oof. Okay, good, good. He didn't get the 2nd hit back, so we still get the IPCs. Excellent there. I'm giving him quite a few places to trade. Okay, now I have to decide how much I need to defend I think I'm gonna still go for a France defense. He can hit with 4 units and 2 planes. So let's send... Should make it IPC negative. I'll plug it into the calculator just to verify. Yeah, that should be IPC negative for him. I'll move these 2 units forward. You know what? Maybe I'll also send 1 tank. Just... Maybe he can't hit Germany, so instead of sending that tank, I'll add an extra anti-aircraft gun. Do I want to add that tank? Because he's... Maybe I'll add that tank. I think my position's strong enough in order to play a little defensive. Since he didn't get an early navy, I have a lot more IPCs at this point than I would normally expect with Germany. Plus, I'm going to have Africa for a couple turns at the very least. So when you're ahead, play extra tight. Don't play on the razor's edge when you're ahead. Okay. Can you hit this with only a bomber? That should be safe there. He can't hit Germany at all, so it's okay that it's super lightly defended. Okay. And that's it for Germany 1, or Germany 2 rather. Welcome back to Japan 2. It looks like Drewise decided to finally build a navy out of range of my German planes, and he didn't do much. He landed in Morocco, which is interesting, and he hit Transjordan, but I got 2 hitbacks, which leads me to want to do an India 3 timing, because he used 2 infantry that could be sent to India there, and the Suez Canal is open, so if the India fails on Japan's turn, I'll have another turn with Germany with a battleship, what I have here, and the bomber for a good old round 2. So my purchase is the 2 bombers and 3 land units. Okay. It's really important that he doesn't get any hitbacks here. Really, really important. Completely changes the India odds. Okay, I think that's it. I could even hit that with the battleship German units if he doesn't defend it. That would be interesting. No hit back. Alright, excellent. Okay, first, we're moving our navy here, because what I don't want him to do is to move a US cruiser here and block a transport pickup, which would hurt my odds. place. Good. He could decide to hit this with 2 fighters. Extremely unlikely, but possible. So let's shore that up with the destroyer. Let's make sure this is solid. Good. Most he can hit that with is 4 planes, assuming he decides to buy 2 aircraft carriers, which would be ridiculous. Double check my defense profile. Oh, we don't want it on carrier last. Let's... What are my ratings right now? Okay. Okay. Okay, that looks good. Double check. Okay, and this should be a strong India 3 push. Very, very strong. Especially if the US doesn't go after this. Can he even go after 1, 2, 3? No, he can't. Okay, excellent. Okay. See you guys for, again, at Germany 3. Welcome back to Germany 3, and we got an interesting turn ahead. I had to think quite a long time to decide what I wanted to do. So I'll first go over what he did in the US turn. He just purchased more transports, more land units, took Norway. Nothing terribly interesting. Russia, infantry, artillery, and just did some basic attacks. But and we are just going to dump a bunch of infantry down this turn while we still have high income. Now we get to the interesting part. I'm going to hit that, and because we kept Transjordan, I'm going to take my battleship, and because of where my planes are positioned, I can actually hit this with every single plane I have, basically guaranteeing me India unless I get abysmal rolls. And once you have turn 3 India as Japan, you know, all else equal, it's an enormous Axis advantage. It's very, very advantageous to win from there. So I'm just gonna let him get away with that freebie transport just because I want to use every single unit available to hit Persia. And since I only have 2 land units, and every additional casualty is gonna hurt real bad, so that's why I'm not even taking the free transport, because if we take this, India is basically a guarantee, and the game will be in a pretty good position from there, assuming I don't, you know, the AA roasts me and such. Okay, so let's pull the trigger. start. Ooh, good. All misses. Hits were... I think I should have gotten one more hit, but I'm not going to complain since he missed with the AA. Okay, super clean battle. I think that turned out even... What did the calculator say I was supposed to get for that? Says I was supposed to lose one extra fighter, so that's pretty good. I'll take that. Oof. Darn. Well, that hurt a little, but this was the more important fight. So... Oh, he doesn't... He has no tanks in range. I don't need to go send units there. See, I did the math earlier. I need 13 total, so that's 4... I think I'll keep this here in case he wants to blitz it with the tank. You know, I think I will have the default since he doesn't have any American planes in range here. I think I'll let the AA go first if he wants to try a 2-1 punch. I think that's good. Alright, well, I will see you guys back in for Japan 3. Welcome back to Japan 3. Let's take a look at what UK did. Looks like they bought 2 anti-aircrafts and the destroyer to block my ships, and bought another transport to fully start offloading things from the UK into Germany. Okay, and since this should be, according to the calculator, a 47.8 IPC positive attack after our Persia attack, I think we should partake in the feast that we are offered and hope that the dice gods are at least kind, or at least give us average. Average would be fantastic right now. Actually, oh, I didn't calculate that right. That's 57 IPC positive battle. Okay. Alright. So for the purchase, just 6 land units and an extra transport to keep my logistics engine going. I didn't want to buy an icy industrial complex because we're most likely going to take India. And I don't think I can support all of that just yet. Okay. I'm gonna leave a little bit of my navy back. order to defend against the sub. Let me make sure this is unlikely. Unlikely. That shouldn't be the... Okay, maybe the calculator gets a little weird when you do naval assaults. It seems to not want to include it. I'm pretty sure a submarine, a cruiser, and a battleship can take out a destroyer, but we'll add an aircraft carrier to the mix just to double reassure it. Okay, make sure that's everything. Okay. Christmas miracle. We won the sea battle. Okay. One hit. That's average. Okay. Hit a little bit more here. Hit a bit less here. It's probably around what I should get. Ooh, 5 hits. That hurts. The good news is he didn't do bomber first. Ooh. Oof. He got some really good hitbacks. Ah. Oof. I think the calculator said I should have 4 infantry, 4 artillery. Let's see. Yeah, the calculator said I should have 4 artillery and 2 tanks back. Left. Well, not everything goes to plan. Okay. Want them in Manchuria or Buryatia? Maybe Buryatia for now. All right. Range should be about it for now. All right, and that is Japan 3. See you guys next time for Russia 4. Welcome back to Germany 4, and let's take a look at what Drewise has done. So he built a complex here, bought. So I mean, it's interesting. He put, looks like he's protecting against a VC snipe here, which helps. That's less pressure on Germany. And, all right, combat. What did he do? Looks like he is thinking of a recapture here. He sacrificed a bomber to take out the tank, but this should be easily defendable with 3 infantry and 4 or 5 planes. Okay, Russia. failed Ukraine less. Oh, looks like Russia had a perfect round. And since we failed Ukraine, he's pretty rich for this point in the game. Alright, let's just do a bunch of infantry. I think I'm going to skip out on attacking Ukraine here. It's not going to be IPC positive. Let's take our happy little infantry, put it here. Let's change it to there. Is that plane in range? No. Okay. Since we went all in on India, I'm going to try to go a bit heavier. What do I want to do with this last schmuck? Now this should be safe, right? He can hit that with 2 transports. He can hit Kareli with 2 transports. And he has no planes, so that should be pretty good for us. Okay. These tanks... I shouldn't even need that artillery. Alright. Let's attack that. Try and thin out Russia a little bit. So they can focus less on Japan. Alright. It's always satisfying when you get a German Madagascar. Income is so precious for Germany. So precious. Maybe I should send this way instead of using... Yeah, maybe I should just use more units from Karelia, since I'm gonna probably want to move those guys up there soon anyway. I want to attack this with 2 or 1. I think it doesn't matter too much. He doesn't have planes, so he can't trade ultra efficient right now. Alright. Clean. And those India fights pretty much wiped out the Allies, all of their planes, which makes things so much safer. So much safer when you don't have a bunch of planes hovering around, threatening really strong attacks. Okay. Wrote in my note, what did I see? I need 12 infantry with the artillery. Let's just add 2 more just to be on the safe side, because he's going to be looking for a desperation move at this point in the game. We're in pretty good shape, so I'm just going to over defend, because when you're ahead you want to play super safe, even if it means giving up some opportunities. As long as you're in a good spot, you don't want to offer the opposition a decisive battle. Does he have any odds on Germany? He can only hit it with 4 land units. Oh, okay, there are no odds there. I don't need to worry about adding more here. Okay, maybe I'll move this artillery out because I don't usually need it when you're defending France. It can be more useful on the German front. Is this safe? You can hit with 3 infantry, 2 tanks, a plane. That would be suicide. Karelia should be more than defended. Check our defense profile. Alright. Should be good. Alright, and I'll see you guys back for Japan 4. Welcome back to Japan 4, and let's see what Drewise was up to. Looks like he just bought some infantry and was trying to refill his plane count. Okay, so since my logistics are a little out of whack, I'm going to buy a transport to help me empty out some of these island units, take these extra IPCs, and start hitting Africa, and to balance out my logistics, because I have a few too many infantry on Japan due to having a awkward amount of money last turn. So let's get started. First things first, we definitely... Oh, I hate this. Hate that interaction. Well, it's not going to be a terribly eventful turn, most likely. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Usually prefer killing units over taking just naked territory. Okay, let's start our Alaska run. Maybe, it's kind of iffy on whether I want to take that freebie. You know, I think I will, in this instance, take the freebie, because I want these bombers to be here, because I need most of my fighters to take out his, to defend India this turn. Well, maybe, actually. Maybe. Probably only two bombers should suffice, right? Okay, let me double check where they can land. They'll land here. Do they have any planes in range? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have an infantry. I think it should be okay. Yeah, I usually rather kill units than take territory if possible. Maybe I'll send one fighter up there to defend the... Can it reach? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it should. Okay, and I think that's about all for combat. There's not going to be a lot this turn. Darn. let's start moving things out. Move these here. Where am I gonna land these puppies? You know what, maybe I'll just land them here. I was thinking I could scrape off some island units, but actually he can hit that. Let's move this here as it's needed to defend. Safe. Buy an extra transport. Maybe I'll put the second aircraft carrier here so I can put that transport there. No, I'm already gonna have enough to fully feed 4 transport, so I don't need to put it in a compromising position. I'll just place it safely and snugly in C-Zone 62. This can be hit with a fighter and a sub. That should be safe. This can be hit with a sub and a fighter too. Is that enough? Maybe I will add that submarine here just for precaution, because he's looking for risky battles. I don't want to give them to him. Okay, I think that should do it. Looks good. All right, and I will see everyone again for Germany 5. Welcome back to Germany 5, and let's take a look at what Drewise did in the meantime. Bought a tank, bomber, infantry. Decided to go for that attack. And actually got a really good result. I think I was like 65% favored to survive this fight, but sometimes that's how it goes. But it's not material. He has to take risks at this point. What did he do for Russia? Archangel, West Russia. Oh, I got some good hitbacks there. He's even just using a blocker. Yeah, he's desperately trying to take India because he knows strong Germany, strong India. The game is basically over if he doesn't take back India. So what I'm going to do is there's a bunch of things I could do to try to min-max. I could try to pressure West Russia, things, but I'm just going to play ultra defensive and maybe sacrifice some opportunities to gain a little extra value because we are in such a dominating position that I don't need to do such things. Okay, so let's hop to it then. Okay, first, instant kill that. Next, we will take the freebies. We are going to use everything here. I want to attack that. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I actually would have pretty good odds to take out that fleet, but I don't like taking risks when ahead, so I won't. Do I need to send this last bomber out? I think that's enough planes. I'd rather keep it here to help zone his navy and force him to have to defend Sea Zone 10. Okay, and we're obviously going to disengage here. And I think I'm going to go after this tank here because I think he's hoping to maybe 1-2 it. As slim as the odds are there, might as well put that infantry to use somewhere. As good as anywhere. Okay. And I think that's it. Alright. Battleship, battleship. Okay, good. Hit back, okay. Got the territory, that's good. Put an extra guy there, and I'm gonna put all of my fighters in India because I just want to defend it as much as possible. Let's see, maybe... Do I want to make this double stack this up? I don't know that I necessarily do. Okay, let's move everything up to Karelia, start that Karelia stack magic. You can hit this with 16 units. Let's see, I'm on AA second, right? AA, good. 16 land units, couple. Let's just hyper defend everything. Okay. Let's... That should be safe there. And this fighter can reach Berlin if he tries to do a sneaky 2-1 punch. But I don't think he has much opportunity there, but he's getting desperate, so maybe I'll just keep a little bit extra there. I think that should be fine. Okay. And I'll see you guys again at Japan 5. Welcome back to Japan 4. Let's see what the UK did. Okay, purchase land units, nothing crazy there. Did a bombard, probably testing my defense profile, hoping to take the AA gun. The US shouldn't have any odds on Karelia there because we took out most of their planes earlier, so let's do this with a... I'm gonna need to buy another destroyer because he took it out. He got good rolls on 64, and another transport. Okay, let's take the freebie. Let's load up here. I'm going to hit Eastern Australia? Do I want to hit East? I think I want to hit Eastern Australia so I can hit New Zealand or Solomon Islands next turn. I think that's the stronger play. Because if I hit here, I get a little bit more damage. But if I hit on this spot, I have more opportunities to chain an attack to the Hawaiian Islands. Let's hit here because if I don't, I think this is IPC negative, but if I wait, it's even more IPC negative when he can bring all of his planes to bear. Do I want to do anything here? It's interesting here. I wonder, it's kind of a tempting gambit to attack that. I think the odds of success are not super high, but the payoff is huge. Germany fighters are kind of... do I want to take that? The calculator says it's a 26%, but it's positive. You know, I'm pretty far ahead. I don't need to take risky battles at this point. I think I'll just hold back. Want to bomb anything? No, I'll just keep them. I'm way ahead. I don't need to take any risks. Freebie, nice. I think well, I was hoping to at least get one hit, but no biggie. We can absorb that hit. Okay, why don't I put these guys, Russia, maybe I can move that there. Okay, well first, I know I want to put some guys there. Put some there. No bombers in range here. Maybe I don't want to land. No, I do want to land there because I want to have something to take Alaska, retake Alaska. So we will put everything there. It's going to be a little inefficient positioning wise with the transport, having to go far to start scooping up things up, but I think I just need to play it safe and not offer him decisive battles. Okay, I think that looks good. All right, and I will see you guys again for Germany 6. Welcome back. It's Germany 6 here, and let's look at the state of the board. See what he did as the US. He bought a big navy. Looks like he sees the Victory City snipe threat, but I don't really think he could do much to stop it because I can hit that with 3 planes against 2 units, so I can sink all of that as long as my battleship and 2 infantry win this fight. The game should be pretty locked up. So let's just continue to play super tight and boring. What do you do as Russia? 7 infantry. Liberated Transjordan. Okay, just a bunch of nothing fights. Okay, let's be innovative here and buy 14 infantry. I think that's it. These can go 1, 2. I'm not going to attack this with the fighters because I want them on Corelli. He's gonna do something crazy to try to do some crazy attacks for victory, to deny the victory city snipe. So let's just keep playing super tight. Don't give him any decisive battles. Don't give him any hope. Only offer them despair fights. Move these bombers here. Fighters all go up here. I guess we'll send these guys on a tour. Do I even want to leave 1 infantry here? I think maybe I do. This should be pretty darn tight. Like, I have 5 more fighters I can fly in from Japan. Let me make sure I don't have any bombing raids there. It would not be fun to lose Berlin due to inattentiveness. Check the defense profile, AA protection. So we'll protect the anti-aircrafts from a 2-way punch. Alright, I think the most likely place he could take is probably France, but it would not be a positive trade for him to do so. I don't know if he'll even hit it with UK, just because it would just be a terrible move. He'd lose a whole ton, and then Japan would evacuate the bombers. Yeah, okay. Alright, I think that should be... I think I can afford to move 1 more infantry out. Just want to make sure everything's rock solid. When I would hate to lose the game because he gets a 10% battle or something. It's not what we're going for. Alright, well that concludes this turn. Yeah, look at this. We have like a 43 IPC attack power lead. And Japan is just going to grow like a cancer once they can push into Africa. Okay, I'll see you guys at Japan 6. Welcome back to Japan 6. And let's see what the UK did. Land units and a fighter. Traded Baltic. Got Northwest. Ah, this was smart for him to hit Australia. He saw the victory city. He definitely sees the victory city. Or snipe threat. Okay. So let's buy a destroyer, planes. He's buying a lot of subs. And I only have 1 destroyer, so I'll probably need a second. Alright. And first, for the victory city win, We want to sink his fleet. Oh, this is here. I won't say no to a freebie. Don't know if I want to send any other units. Maybe I will. Let's see. Should be good with just that. And if... yeah, he can hit that with his subs, the bomber. We'll see how the battles play out to determine if I want to reinforce that area more. Okay. Want to send at least 3. I might want to send these units to the Pacific depending on how things turn out. Oh, these bombers. They have any juicy targets? That's a little tempting. That's a little tempting. What would my odds be on that? Out of curiosity. Let's punch that in. Okay, the calculator says it's a 26% chance to clear. But at the same time, yeah, it's pretty IPC positive because of how valuable these boats are. And he's probably going to go for France for his Victory City snipe. So if I can take out the cruiser, it takes away one of his bombards. And of course, if I clear it, that's... everything is awesome. Do I want to do something like that? Maybe. Maybe, since we're going for a Victory City win. And we're in such a strong position, I think I can afford to take a hit to my Japanese Air Force. Why not afford to clear it all, and if it doesn't, it's fine. Okay. I think that looks good. Favorable on the Hawaiian Islands. That's the most important one. Can we... Let's start with the big battle. Okay, good. We got it. Okay, now the second most important battle. Got it. Now here's the questions. Do I sack my... I think I sack the bombers here because I want the aircraft carrier to protect the battleship from the subs and the bomber. So we'll take the less IPC positive route. Not that it matters too much. Okay. Looking good enough so far. Oh, good, got the cruiser. Well, we lost the bombers, but I think it was worth the risk. Okay, we'll send these to there. That's pretty impenetrable. That's the only one. Okay, let me change the defense profiles here. I'm going to send it to AA first, because he's going to be lashing out here. Probably going to hit everything with France. as that's his best target. Okay. Okay, I guess I can't send it here like I wanted because of the sub. What will his subs and bombers hit? I don't know how much it matters. I want to send the cruiser and aircraft carrier up here. Let's plug it into the calculator real quick to... Well, I think I will add them to the mix. Okay, this is out of range here. I don't really care about that anti-aircraft gun being landed so much. Do I want to move these? I think I'll just reinforce Corellia there. I'm gonna build one plane. Okay, looks good. And yeah, he's gonna have to get a little lucky to take one of these victory city spots. They're pretty well defended. Alright, see you guys next time. Alright, let's take a look at what happened here. He, yeah, looks like he went for the YOLO on France, as I expected. And, yeah, looks like it had about expected result, which was low. Yeah, so this was a pretty good Axis favored game. The real deciding factor is when I was able to do that attack on Persia with all the German planes and the battleship and wipe out, 3 UK planes and anti-aircraft, which allowed Japan to easily take India, and the game was just kind of slated to be over from there, bar, insane luck. So good game to Drewise, and I'll hope to see you guys next time.